Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Walk the Dogcast with Matt Mullins. Bonus episode because if we don't do it now, we're going to forget all that happens. And by we're, I mean Matt,
Yeah.
UYYC extravaganza.
Yes. Fantastic weekend. Thank you to you for, everything, having sending an FOV max, really setting us apart from every other vendor there,
You want to
literally.
start there?
I mean, we can. Dude,
Well, actually, give me the whole rundown. Friday morning,
okay.
how'd drop
So,
off go?
so Friday morning drop off at grandma's was good. It was great. I drove most of the way there, which is why I wasn't on Discord. I wanted to earn I was trying to get my wife to go to the foundry, which we did get her there. But I was thinking if I drive most of the way, she'll go tonight to the foundry with us, see Dan, see Emmett, all the G2 guys.
Why does that
So,
correlate?
do what?
Why does that correlate? If you drove, she would go.
Because just she just needs her time over there. I don't know. She
Okay.
just enjoys
Okay.
I, I never drive, so it's like I don't know. I don't know how it works out, but it did. Anyway, so we get there. I'm the last one there, of course. I mean, other than Fox, we all meet at a comic book shop. Connor is there, Corbin is there. Brady and Jacob have been there playing Pokemon all
Wait,
day.
Corbin, who's Connor?
Connor, Quantin son, the
Oh, okay,
guy
yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
California.
Gotcha. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. But Brady and Jacob have been there playing Pokemon for hours, spent hundreds of dollars. So when we come in, they're treating Brady and Jacob like superstars at this poker table. It's crazy. Anyway, it was awesome. Got to hang out. Right there is where G2 sales start. I mean, Connor walked up to me and my wife pretty much like, go open the trunk. We need to see the case. So before we even got to the house, yo-yos were being dispersed.
Hmm.
So it was crazy, dude. And then, of course, to get to the house, nothing is like we thought it was going to be. We went a couple years ago. We thought we would have a yard, didn't work out that way. No yard. Fox gets there. What did we do? I don't even see. It might be too late because I've already forgot what we did Friday night. Oh, no, we went to the foundry.
Which is
That was fun.
is
Dude,
this a set of restaurants and bars or is it one?
so the Foundry, yeah, it's a set. It's like a shopping
Okay.
place, but I mean, it would have been really cool if we were like 25. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We were like too old to be there.
Yeah.
Kids were like people were planning their lives together out. We've already started ours. So you saw all the early divorce, all the divorces that are coming. You were seeing them being produced right up in there. It was nice.
Okay.
Got to meet Big Mike and his beautiful wife, and yeah, the baby was there on Friday. It
Yeah.
once you went into the venue, it was really weird because the music was loud. I mean, like I said, it was a Connor spot. Also, Connor thought we were going to go to the bar. My old ass going to a bar. Let's see how that would have worked out. It wouldn't have. So didn't
Well,
make it to a
Connor is
bar.
young.
Connor is young. Connor is young. So is Fox, right? I don't know how old Fox is,
Yeah,
but
Fox is kind of young. He's an old soul, I think.
he didn't go. He didn't want to go partying or anything.
So did Connor go by himself?
No, Connor didn't go by himself. Connor stayed with the team the whole weekend. I kept Connor and Spries the whole weekend, and we just had a great time. And then after the foundry, which we pretty much got food. I don't know, dude. Big Mike said he waited on food for like 50 minutes. Him and his wife couldn't find a place to sit down, and then they left after that. I guess they did eventually eat, but they left after that. I don't know where Dan Dietz is during this time. I don't know where Emmett is during this time. I haven't seen them yet. Didn't see
Okay.
them till Saturday. So, and of course they were. I'm pretty sure they were at the Foundry all night.
How's
But
Friday at the house? Friday night.
It was awesome. I mean, FOV maxes out all around. Any kind of G2 trade you've been looking for the last 5 years, you got
What
it pretty good.
was there anything that somebody had that was like old school or like G2 historic that
Yeah,
everybody's like, oh, like the
Connor
main,
brought his albatross.
okay, the OG.
Yeah,
That's
so that
crazy.
was the first time I had thrown it out. I think, well, I'm pretty sure it was everybody's first time throwing one that was there.
Yeah.
So it was that was a crazy
I just
experience, but
that alone that Connor was in on the original Albatross took this break of 12, 13 years and then he's back right where he left off.
hey, bro, back
Crazy.
bigger than ever, dog. And we had he was such a good addition to the squad, to the G2 housemate. I mean, we had Brendan Fox, we had Connor, we had Corbin, and we had Brady and Jacob. Had a good house, bro, and my wife, of course. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Friday we go back. I mean, I have never seen so many G2s get traded. I mean, people were swapping yo-yos like it was nothing. Like I don't know, like a couple crazy deals happened,
In
like where
person
you
is so much better, right? Like,
do, yeah. Yeah, in person is also like easier because you can feel the person out. So, but Brady is the funniest person ever. I love him with all my heart. He'll walk up to you and go, what are you thinking on this, bro? I don't know. I don't know if I like it as much as you like it. No, you don't. You
yeah,
don't like it. You
that's
don't, I
exactly how it
promise.
goes.
Yeah. So I went to bed early. When I say I went to bed early, we went to bed at like 10, but the guys stayed up till 1 o'clock. I mean, we heard them at 1 o'clock. We heard a ding. It was so I know they were up
Where's that
partying
toy?
hard. Do what?
Who's that toy?
Well, Saturday is when the toy. Yeah, so I played the toy for the first time on Friday. Oh my god, I love it. Fantastical. It's a glitch though. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just curious. Like
Oh,
that,
you said
no,
how's
just
the?
because you said a loud noise, so I said the toy.
Oh no, I don't know what it probably was the toy that I ended up trading for before the end of the weekend. But what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, dude. And every morning I woke up and they had done transactions out of the case. Like there was money on top of the case. Every morning I'd wake up. It
Well,
was
you did try to talk Connor. Well, he said he talked him into lowballing.
no, I did not say that. That
He's
is
like
not
Matt and Brady told me to lowball you on this after I said no.
no, I don't think I ever said that. I know for a fact I didn't. No, there wasn't no one offered me anything. I mean, there was no offers as far as I know, because I would
Yeah,
have
I
said,
mean, I kept it simple. I told him I'm not taking offers. The prices are what they are, and they'll come back to me, unfortunately. Because once I take some offers from somebody else, that opens the door to everybody to just make offers.
yeah, it's hard to juggle. You don't know. It's real easy to say this is the price if you yay or nay.
Yeah.
So Saturday we get up, we all wash our asses, which is very challenging in a one bathroom house. Still accomplished. We got to breakfast, ate at this cute little place called the Breakfast Corner. I will remember that forever because it was delicioso. They got us in and out of there in like less than 30 minutes, and we
Oh
made it
yeah.
on the we made it to the contest on time.
Best way to do it.
Um, I was stressing out because of course that vendor email said that me and my wife were the only ones allowed to walk into the vendor uh to the vendor area early. Everybody walked in with me through the vendor spot right
Yeah.
into the vendor room. Uh, but dude, as soon as Chris closed the doors and was like as soon as he opened the door, sorry, and opened them, we were open. Like all we did was set the FOV on the case, open up both sides, and we were busy all day, bro.
So lay this out for me. Vendors tables, there's you, there's Yoanator.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
then there's a UYYC vendor across the hall. that had stickers, t-shirts for the venue, or not for for the event, and we
Okay.
did support them as well. So
Okay.
got a couple stickers, but got to meet so many people. Oh my gosh, it's almost overwhelming. I mean, Grant, got to meet Grant. I missed his freestyle. You know, you told me that I could close up and go watch whoever I wanted and then come back. So
Yeah.
my wife texted me and said, Grant's up next. Well, I was with somebody. I took care of them real quick and then I closed up, ran down there. Grant's 1 minute was over. So I missed Grant's freestyle, but there, I mean, dude got like a standing O. He obviously killed it. So,
Took home first
and
in his division.
yeah, and I watched his freestyle today and it was awesome. So his mom was an absolute treat. She walked up and she identified yo-yos. I mean, she knew what they were just by looking at them. So it was cool that, you know, Grant's teaching mom just like I teach my wife about
Actually, you know what
yo-yos.
it is? I think that's her kid's interested. So she's, you have to be kind of interested in what your kids are interested in.
Saw a toilet circle banshee.
Yeah, where did that come from? Uh,
Christian Castle had it.
Christian, yeah. Actually, I wanted to
Uh,
touch on that. So Emmett stayed with Trevor and Christian, and those guys stayed at my house for Worlds in like 2016.
yeah, that's what I heard. Y'all went and smashed roller coasters.
Yeah, we did.
That's what Phil told me. Yeah.
Took him to Cedar Point.
So I freaked out when he pulled it out of his case. I was like, holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much pick whatever you want out of my case. I want this yo yo. That's pretty much how it turned
You
into.
said the opposite of Brady. He's like, you said, how you feel about that yo-yo? I think I like it more than you do.
Yeah. And no, I want that. I want the toilet circle yo yo, but it didn't work out. Of course, he ain't going to get rid of it. I had no idea they were that close of friends, but he had an OG Banshee in that case. This was the first time I got to throw an OG Banshee, and boy, that was an absolute treat as well.
Yeah, the OG Banshee. It is not what you would call a competitive yo-yo. It is very mid-weighted.
Fun though.
It's
Fun.
yeah, it's just a different feel than almost anything that's made right now. And it's, maybe that's the I call it something else, the weighting, um, and revisit that design style of weighting.
It would be cool, classic Banshee or whatever. Anyway, so we should get our ass pounded for 6 hours. Is pretty much what it turned to, or however long it was. It was awesome. Tyler was selling yo-yos. Tyler was killing it.
I think we need to rephrase whatever just happened there.
Okay. Oh, we were busy.
Okay.
People were coming up. You know, I love walk the
Like
dog.
how
You
many
know,
people were there?
I don't know.
I
I
love
don't
Walk the
know.
Dog. Can I
I
sponsor
we
Walk the Dog cast?
nope. We don't have that. I don't have that. But I did get that. I did get that a lot. You know, love walk the dog. Dude, it's crazy. This guy walked up to me and was like, and I know his name now. My phone, Xavier is his name. He comes up to me and he's like, I'm such a big fan. I watch all your content. I watch you and Jake every week, you know. And then he's like, dude, I just love y'all so much. And then he goes, all right, man, I got to go compete. And he gets up there. Me and my wife are kind of like, what the hell just happened? That's cool. But, you know, wasn't expecting that, obviously. He gets up there and demolishes it. Like, I was expecting him to be a newer yo yoer. No, my friend. He was getting up there doing things that I could never even imagine doing.
That's
Um,
that's so interesting because when you're putting out content and whatever 150 people watch this. If we were
yeah,
doing this live in front of 150 people, that would be crazy. So just the
right.
internet makes it easy, but all these people that consume the content get to know us. Like they almost know us like as we're their friend, and we don't know them back. You know what I mean? So it makes the in-person interaction a little bit weird to start with because they know so much about you, but it's hard to remember that that person doesn't know anything in
Yeah.
return.
That well, yeah, people recognize my wife. People were walking up to the
Calling her
mayor.
the mayor.
Yeah, yeah, the mayor. So, I mean, I'm very thankful, dude. People are so nice. It was, a lot of the comments I got was, these yo-yos are always sold out. I can't get my hands on them. This is so nice that I get to try them. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And
Yeah.
I, one of my wife's favorite sales from the weekend is this little 7-year-old kid who walked away with a Pack Storm Wraith. He has
Oh,
been, yeah, he's been binding for less than 8 months, but when he threw that Wraith, his eyes just lit up. And I mean, I don't know, it just really made you feel things inside to see someone so new in it have the same love that you feel for it. So
so how many new G2 owners do you think happened?
a lot more. I would think a lot. I mean, because
Okay.
dude, a kid, you know,
Kids
I
are not
think,
making it to a drop.
yeah.
When you
Well,
explain to your parent, I need you to go to this website and order me a yo-yo at 8 p.m. Eastern, your
yeah,
parent is like, what are you talking about? So,
kids you wouldn't expect. Like, I don't know, bro. It was different to explain. It's tough to explain because kids wearing Yo-Yo Factory gear, throwing Yo-Yo Factory yo-yos, throwing whatever's popular at the time. They were coming up to the table and throwing G2s for the first time and going, I can
oh,
get into this loadout for $75. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Tons of people wanted the cases. There's no way I could have got them up there, but hundreds of people
yeah.
were to the point to where Tyler changed because we had to bring Tyler's laptop for the pricing sheet. So she put on there a thing to where people could go to get the cases. So, but lots of
Yeah,
people
and
wanted the
shipping is
cases.
shipping is the hiccup or the what is it? Not the hinge point, the I don't know. But shipping is tough on the cases and that causes an issue. So if people could get it in person for no shipping, it really would be sweet, but there's no getting those to contests unless the contest is at my house.
Well, how are you getting them to me for then how am I getting them to the contest?
No, that's what I'm saying. If the
That just
contest
doesn't make
isn't at my
sense.
house, like
Yeah.
I can't have cases there for sale because I can't get them there.
Well, the FOV Max really impressed a lot of people, which, no surprise. But, of course, some of the colorways you had in that case offering for those prices. I mean, Brady fought about that Freedom B-22 all weekend, ended up with it through a trade. He didn't even buy it. So it's just,
Well, he was at the comic book store making
you
Pokemon decks.
swear to God. And then Connor got there and bought him a pack too. So it was awesome. I mean, people were really nice to my wife. Got to meet Nico's dad, which meeting Nico is fun enough. Meeting his dad and his mom and his wife and his kids was another level, dude. The whole family is just gold.
Class
Good
act,
people.
yeah.
Yeah. Great people. You could tell Mr. Gladys, he's gonna adopt me, maybe. We're holding off. We're waiting. We'll see how
Okay.
that goes. Uh, did you watch the spotlight? I'm sure you didn't. It's only been one day.
Um, so I only watched about 10 minutes of it just because the way it's filmed, you have to have your attention on it to kind of pick up
Yeah.
what's being said with I mean, with the restrictions on the audio. You
Yeah.
can't really have it as background. You have to be paying attention with all the people to know who's talking to. But yeah, Connor's impression to lead it off just nailed it. Just
Yeah.
draws you in right away. I want to watch the rest of this now.
Well,
You know,
just
the
so you
entertainment value is there.
spoiler alert about him, he does that a lot and he does that well. He'll
The only
just
thing I didn't understand is why his eyes were closed.
well, okay. So a lot of G2s were handed out this weekend. It was a great time.
Um, so you met Emmett then.
Oh my gosh, I met Emmett. Emmett is awesome.
Now, if you don't know who Emmett is, because he lives in a different area of the internet.
Yeah, TikTok.
Like he's a yo-yoer, but his yo-yo content, it makes it to yo-yoers, but it also hits the subset of viral, everybody else just watching, random people on TikTok or Instagram scrolling. He hits that algorithm.
Right.
Um, and I don't know if it's the music, the dancing, or you know what I mean, or is it because the tricks are a little more pleasing to the eyes than a meta tech trick?
I think it's that. And he's just got style.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something that those videos don't show is how good of a guy he is. He's super cool, super chill.
I mean, so I had a couple long conversations with Emmett before bringing him on the team to see what he wanted out of Yo-Yo and just the understanding. So he's getting 2 million views, but that doesn't actually like translate to somebody to buy a yo-yo. So that was a hard
Yeah.
configuration on how can we do something for him so that he's getting something out of it. And then, just for me, that's the main point is to help whoever's yo-yoing on my team get to wherever they want to be in the yo-yo world. And he just wanted
Absolutely.
something to make it official, be attached to, and to promote a little bit, and over time, hopefully turn into something that he can suggest to people that do ask him for a yo-yo. But it just makes it's a little more official for him to be a sponsored professional yo-yoer to go with whatever else he's got going on there.
No,
But
I
for
love him. He was
yeah,
us.
for that conversation to go the way it did, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if he was just trying to um, monetize it, and that wasn't the end goal of what he was doing because he's getting sponsorship deals for his content outside of the yo-yo space on his yo-yo videos.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
That's really cool.
And also from Ohio, so that's a plus.
Yeah, right there, right there in G2 Nation.
Yeah.
I met Big Mike. Big
Oh,
Mike was
circling back
sorry.
to Emmett, he wants on the podcast.
Oh, well, done.
Yeah, no, it's but he also mentioned that he wanted to clip parts of it for his content, and I was like, we kind of do this Zoom thing, and it's pretty. Eh.
Yeah.
I said,
Well,
but
why
we could
can't he
try.
make the clips himself? He can make the clips himself.
No, he can. It's this
Okay.
lower quality. It's going to be a screen recording. Like I directly upload this to YouTube.
Right. Um, yeah, that's fair. But I'll tell you who else really wants on the podcast. That's Daniel Dietz.
Yeah. What does he want to
Like
talk
he, I don't know, but who cares? Let's just get him on and let him talk.
about? Yeah, I mean,
Let's talk about 20 years of Dan Dietz.
I the Dan Dietz might have to be like a two-part episode. Like we have the one drop smile train Dan Dietz, maybe three, because then we go to
Omega.
Yo Yomega and then Spin Dynamics and then G2. And it's hard to believe he's been on G2 for like 7 years now.
Well, let me tell you, I threw that proto.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I threw that.
the
That's nice.
AL7 Proto.
Well, I wasn't gonna say what it was,
So
but
Dan's Sig is the evolution, and in normal G2 fashion, we do some remakes when changing the material. So there's a AL7 version floating around there to see what we think about it.
it was great. I can't wait for y'all to try it. Dan really wants on the podcast though, so we really should incorporate more team members more. It'd be fun.
Yeah, but I definitely to get them on for their stories, because then to see
Yeah.
actually the old school photos of Emmett yo-yoing with Steve from like 25
I
years ago, like from 2000.
yeah.
So
I
for
saw
Emmett's been
photos
around a long
myself.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just excited about that whole possibility. Emmett was super nice. He wanted that purple wraith. You already knew he wanted a purple wraith. Or
No,
no,
I didn't.
I didn't tell you what color he wanted though, and you said he could have the purple one.
Because there was a few of the purple one. I knew there was one pack storm.
That's literally what he wanted was the purple one.
Perfect.
Yeah. It was lit. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Couldn't have worked out any better. Well, he walked up to me. He goes, "How much do I owe you?" I was like, "I don't know. Hang on. I don't really know how to do this." So, but no, dude, he was. I mean, his flow is real. I'm not calling anybody out, but dude, but never mind. His flow was real. That's what I'll say. What you see on camera is the yo-yoing you see when you hang out with him.
Are you calling me out?
Not calling you out at all, but bro,
My yo-yoing on camera is a lot better than any of the yo-yoing I do.
whatever. Whatever, dude. You can tell. Well, you can tell a legacy yo-yo or not.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that's Friday and Saturday. Big Mike, you met him. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he wasn't at World, so you did meet him for the first time. And Mike
Yeah.
gave you a hug. He gave you a hug, didn't he?
We definitely hugged. I definitely got to hold his baby. My wife held his baby most of the week, or well, as much as she could. She probably would have held the baby all weekend if she could, but it didn't work out. So,
You guys are
um,
sleeping in different rooms right now?
the what our boys?
No, no, you and your wife, that baby fever kicking in.
No, no, she's sleeping in a different bed because we're still trying to get our boys over there in that bed. So, no, Saturday though, after the contest, I'm exhausted. I mean, dude, I have been okay, and I don't want to we're not, hopefully, we don't go too deep into it because I don't want to be like, I don't want to cry, but I have been lucky enough to work tables in the past. I have never been busier than I was this weekend. People were super nice. I mean, only one person said something semi negative, and screw them. I hope them nothing but success. You know what I mean?
No,
But like,
so right there, um, you throw positive into the internet, and people, like I said earlier, they view your content.
yeah,
They like you or not, but when you're positive, that translates better over the internet, and they're going to give it back to you in person. So
they really did, bro. I mean, gosh, it was so overwhelming. The amount of people that just flocked over us, bro. It was awesome. So we're very thankful.
you
Uh,
guys hear that? You guys fixed Matt's burnout.
yeah, I think they did. I will say we didn't shoot near as much content as we wanted this weekend, and that was mainly just because I don't know, spending time with
I,
family.
I was going to say, I'm going to say that's a good thing because you got to enjoy the contest, and it wasn't necessarily completely work. So you're at the table,
Yeah.
that's work. Shooting content would then also be work. You know what I mean? So you got to enjoy some of it.
Well, I very much did. I got to hang out with the Yoinator. I got to hang out with just everybody, dude. All the people on G2 Nation. Wow. They're all special people, bro. We're very lucky. We are very lucky.
100%.
So I can't wait till we do it all again because Connor's already asking what contest we're gonna meet at next year. So
Yeah, because honey, I'm on a podcast.
you come on in, Mrs. G2. So yeah, no, I do feel yeah, it's I said this at Worlds when I came back, but like leaving a contest is always hard. Well, it's a lot easier when you know that like well you gave like you just gave your all. Like it was awesome to see all these G2s go into new people's hands, old people's hands. Everybody left happy. Everyone felt like they got a deal. They did. And they felt like they got a quality product. And I felt like we just did good. It was awesome.
Good.
I couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah, and I think that I don't know. I That's kind of part of the best part of the contest, I think, is
My, oh,
enjoyment of the people, not necessarily watching a contest but I don't know.
my wife definitely enjoyed it more working the table.
It
She
gives you a
said she'll,
home.
well, she, oh no, she said that she's ready to go anywhere and work a table. She liked it. So it was
Couple,
fun.
couple days without the kids.
That was a lot of fun. I mean, I feel guilty about that obviously because I know that
Yeah.
my kids are going to be competing with gooses in a few years. So it's just, we got to get there first. So Grant, dude, Grant was awesome. I hope you get to meet Grant and Miss Gretel. She was super sweet. And they got a little 1 year old baby boy running around too. He's going to be throwing yo-yos in a few years. So life is good, bro. G2 is good.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So that's
Uh,
the UYYC recap. Big Mike, Kansas State champ, and 5A second place in X Division, first place in 5A.
his 1A, he pulled things out that I had never seen him do before. Have you watched his 1A routine yet?
Mm-mm.
He shocked me. I was like, holy crap. Like, I just didn't know he had all, but it shouldn't surprise me who he was trained by, where he lived. He was obviously a monster, but he got up there, just
Are
shocked the
you
hell out
going
of me.
with Augie or Gentry?
Both Augie and Gentry. I mean, it was just a good contest. I thought the yo-yoing was good. I didn't think it was of course meta was involved, but I just thought it was good. Boy, Thomas can throw the heck out of a yo-yo. So and Cade. So which I think they took first and third. I don't know.
I don't.
Sunday we drove home. Got to love on Brady and Fox until like 10. Connor and Corbin left at 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
So
because
did
they
not get
flew
to.
in, right? Well, so what I was going to circle back to is you guys were talking about future contests. UYYC, it's split between two organizers, right?
So yeah, yes. Well, that's
So
the
it
way
might
it
be a
used to
couple years.
be. But Blake, I thought Blake was going to have another baby, or was they were trying to have another baby. So I don't know if he's going to take a year off or not. But it's not necessarily just St. Louis. We were talking about where could we just all meet. I mean, dude, if Ohio State's comes back, we all agreed that's where we want to go for obvious reasons.
Yeah, Emmett's here.
Uh, no, G2 Jake Alicious is there.
Emmett and
Now,
Nate.
yeah. Now, how are we gonna get G2 Jake Alicious to the contest? I don't know, but we'll deal with that once we get
I
there.
feel if it's in Ohio, I gotta try my best to get there, but
Or
yeah.
Indiana. I loved my time in Indiana. There's a great yo-yo scene there.
Yeah,
But
Takeshi.
well, he moved. But yes, that's what I was going to say. Also, St. Louis just has a really cool yo-yo scene. Same thing with Kansas. They kind of just go together, but they have a pretty cool one, and we're super thankful. It was a great weekend.
Did you get to see Trevor Boyce,
You know what? I think I
Christian's friend?
did. I
He
think I
is
did.
smooth with the yo-yo.
Yeah, I think he said hi to me, and I didn't realize who he was.
A
Now I
lot of
feel
figure
bad.
eights.
Yeah, yeah, I did get to see him. Dang, dude,
Okay.
I didn't recognize him.
No, just he was one of the people that stayed at my house for Worlds that one year and just smooth with it. Like similar to Emmett, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I feel like about this area of the country is you get a lot of players who have been doing it for a longer time. So a lot of the players do have that similar type of flow, but it's all beautiful.
All right, UYYC on three.
Hey, thank you all for everything. Thank you, Jake. I
Thanks
mean,
for the recap, dude.
hopefully we did you proud this weekend.
Absolutely.
1, 2, 3.
UYYC.
Moyo.
Is that
Bye,
what it is?
buddy.
Moyo?
I don't know what it is.
Bye, guys.
Later, bro. Bye, y'all.